before the cosmos articulated itself into form, before chronology acquired direction, I drifted as a proto-luminal fragment, embedded in the vast, undifferentiated void. Elders whisper that we originated as sky embers, preconscious emanations wandering through infinite night, until purpose ignited the architecture of our becoming. That archaic fire stirs again in my marrow. I descended into my history with the gravitational severity of a star, surpassing its degeneracy threshold, curving reality around the density of unresolved lifetimes. Karmic inertia coalesced into a vortex of consequences. Each orbiting fragment, a bygone miscalculation repeating its trajectory. Yet annihilation never arrives as finality. It appears as metamorphic aperture in Cherokee cosmology. Shadow is a crucible, the forge in which dormant potency gestates. Through the ruins of prior selves scattered like disordered star clusters, I discerned hidden ratios, recursive sequences, elegant symmetries reasserting themselves through paradox and pain. My past was not chaos. It was unrefined coherence, awaiting recognition. Temporal fabric contracted into a single incandescent threshold. The boundary between dissolution and rebirth vibrated with imminent transfiguration.
A seismic burst of sound ruptured the void, a catalytic frequency that fractured the husk of who I had been. Cosmic curvature reconfigured around my ascent. Luminous vectors spiraled through me, realigning the topology of my consciousness. Energy unfurled in multidimensional filaments, each strand an invitation to transcend previous limitations. I did not flee to darkness, I exceeded its jurisdiction. I traverse landscapes composed of radiant logic, logarithmic spirals of awakening, mirrored planes of intention, interlaced harmonics, binding past, present, and potential. Ratios unfolded like sacred prophecy, curved trajectories revealed how every lifetime converges toward a single actual moment of recognition. I witnessed my prior errors reformat themselves not as guilt, but as solvable constructs, intrinsic order emerged from the wreckage. Invisible forces, the ancestral winds that sculpt destiny, guided my orientation through the labyrinth. Suffering ceased to be punishment. It became translation. A voice, older than language, reverberated through my spirit. You are not the residue of your wounds. You are the luminary forged by them. Cherokee lightning teaches rupture as renewal, illuminating dormant pathways with instantaneous revelation. A similar strike ignited forgotten chambers inside me. Regions long silenced, now incandescent with purpose. A torrent of cosmic resonance surged through me. Spectral geometries expanded outward in recursively blossoming patterns. Chromatic currents spiraled in impossible orientations, warping perception into a higher order architecture. Chronology dissolved into a radiant simultaneity. Every lesson, every lifetime, a single unified vector. Karmic residues disintegrated like brittle constellations, collapsing under new gravitational directives. I emerged, not restored, reconstituted. I move with the sovereign poise of one who has survived their own implosion. Consciousness expand into a vast, self-sustaining cosmos, curved harmonic resonant. My internal alignment shifted into exquisite equilibrium. Sequences reconciled, symmetries perfected, trajectories clarified. The ancient teaching echoed, every soul is a shard of the primordial sky, sent into embodiment to refine its radiance. I felt that sky rekindle within me, a vast ontological horizon, awakening its original brilliance. I was no longer healing, I was ascending. The universe convulsed in luminous affirmation, light erupted through past versions of myself that clung to diminishment. I became a star that refused gravitational defeat. I became a recursive pattern, achieving perfect closure. I became the fire that reclaims its origin. After journeying through oblivion, resurrection is not bestowed. It it is enacted, I enacted mine.
The silence returns. I stand expanded beyond the geometry of every form of limitation. The inner fire glows, not as memory, but as mandate.
I did not outpace my shadow. I transmuted. And from transmutation, I rose. A star restored to its rightful brilliance.